Guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to take a quick look at the Fyland 1-inch M-Lok flashlight mount. I'll put a link down below if you're interested in picking one of these up. You can get it right now for $14 on Amazon. And in the box you get the torque wrench. Looks like they give you an extra set of the fasteners, and of course the flashlight mount itself. Alright, I think I'm gonna mount it on the rail and then put the flashlight in it. I'm putting this on. I'm gonna put a fairly bright light on this. This would be a good candidate, chambered in 308 for say hog hunting or something like that. And of course, before we get going, I better safety check this. Yeah, it's loaded and I feel safe. I'm gonna put it up front here because the flashlight is so lengthy. I can get out in front of the rail and still be able to have access to the light with my thumb, or at least that's the plan. I guess you'll see if this works or not. So I need the wrench. I gotta loosen these up a little bit. So everybody seems to have their real personal thoughts. Key mod or M-Lok? I have to honestly say, in the beginning, I really did like the key mod, but having said that, since then I haven't gone that route lately. Let's see, I hope these okay, yep, they do fit through. Now, if you've never done one of these before, the easiest thing is to don't tighten both at once. That way you can, in this case, lift up on the unless you have this here. I can get my finger in through there. If you can't, yeah, no, there's an opportunity for someone there. If you can't get your finger in order to stop the fastener from spinning, which I don't think I'm gonna on this front one. If you lift up a little bit, it kind of pins it in place for a moment, like that, and it gives you it puts just enough tension on it that you're able to get the fastener up. Cinch it up a little. Doesn't have to be anything stupid. The tail cap on this light is, even though it doesn't look it, is just a hair more than 1 inch. And of course, position the light so that you have access to any switches that you may have. In this particular case, on-off is on the tail cap, and toggling through the 4 modes, or 4 brightness levels, is achieved on the back. Again, it's a 6061 aluminum. Seems like the anodizing that they have on here is pretty nice. There is no knurling or anything like that on the inside of the mount. In this particular case, not really an issue because the flashlight has tons of it. There you go. Tighten that all up like that. If I'm on a hunt somewhere, or even if you're doing this, you know, you don't have to do something obviously. See, that gives me the ability to have a decent, comfortable position, and it's actually putting the light in an easy to get to location. I don't know, I kind of like that. I might leave that on there. I'm gonna have to see if I maybe have a bright light. See, I wanted something like this because I thought this would be a good companion to this. Big Jeff Gunwild 1, you could have had this set up when you're on your hog hunt, or maybe David Tactical Wingnut. And again, you know, if you're one of these, some people get all. I actually had a guy once say, "Oh, you got to have because I had the light back on the rail where it was convenient for me to get to, and it was a close quarters combat situation, and I had some armchair warrior tell me that oh, because the light was back, it's gonna shadow, and yet in complete darkness I could have this like this, and you didn't see any kind of a shadow. I don't know if this is, as you can see here, you can just barely see on the perimeter. You can see the end of the barrel. Kind of looks like Joey coming at you from the truck stop. But as you can see, the primary focal point isn't being obscured at all. In this particular case, you know, the light is, I wouldn't say significantly back, but you know, it's definitely outside of what is going to be the blast area. So that is the Fyland 1-inch M-Lok flashlight rail mount. And excuse me. And to be totally honest, I have a few flashlight mounts, and this is the first one that I have that's actually dedicated to a rail system. You know, the other ones I have are, I actually have to put a piece of rail on or have a quad rail in order to use the flashlight mount. Unless the light itself, I have one of my setups, my close quarter setup actually has a light that's made to go right into an M-Lok setup without having to have any kind of an additional mount. But there you go. If you have any questions or comments, or if you're interested in picking one of these up, like I said, I can give you the link. I'll put the link down in the description box. $13.99, and it seems nicely made, and like I said, it does have the supplied wrench, and they give you an extra set of hardware. You know, this is kind of funny. I was actually looking at getting something, Stephen Bush, and it said it did not have the hardware with it. Well, I don't know about you. I've never burnt up a set of fasteners on a M-Lok or a key mod system. So, okay, like I said, questions, comments, leave them down below. Otherwise, if you're interested in this, the link is in the description. Thanks, guys.